I'm gonna do a quick book review, few of my favorite books that I picked. Let's get started. I'm on the floor as usual. I always sit on the floor. Just gonna take one sip of my coffee. I used to do shitty coffee. Now I'm making the best coffee ever. Okay. Only Love is Real. Brian Weiss. He's a psychiatrist, and this is really magic story. Really nice book. However, it was a little bit of a disappointment for me because it's short, but it's too long. For this story, I would squeeze the essence of the story in like 70 pages. It's almost 180. And then it would be really dynamic, interesting book. But because of really nice story is stretched for so long, and there are other situations that are really not significant, that makes the book so even though the story is really magic. So for those who believe in afterlife and reincarnation, for very spiritual people, it's a good book. I mean, are you ready? Barack Obama, A Promised Land. It's over 700 pages. Look how many bookmarks I have here. The more bookmarks, the more interesting book is. It's unbelievable. I was a bit anxious when I bought this book because I expected to be a lot about politics, and I am not into politics. And I thought the language and everything will be so complicated, and I'm not gonna understand many things, but it was not the case. Actually, he wrote it in a way that I was so into it, and I understood everything, and I ate it in a month and 2 weeks. I didn't read it every day, but as for this long book and my schedule, it's a really good result. I'm sure I'm gonna come back to this book many times. The next one is Becoming, Michelle Obama. I don't know, I'm like really into a White House. I admire that woman so much, so I couldn't miss her book. Next, this one I'm gonna leave for the end because I want to talk a little bit longer about this book, so wait up. 5 Love Languages. I think everyone knows about this book. I knew about that rules, let's say, before I read it, and I understand and know my love language, which is physical touch. It's really good for couples, partners, for spouses. I think you can take some value from that. So it's not long. It's for 1 or 2 evenings. But it's good position. Eat, Pray, Love. I was in an English bookstore with my friend Cynthia, and I couldn't find the books that I wanted to buy, and we were about to leave, but she was insisting, I gotta get this book, like, please get it, you're gonna love it, I promise. I'm like, nah, I wasn't into it. I saw the movie, not even the whole movie. I just saw part of it. I turned it off. I never finished it. I was just not into it. And she was insisting. So as we were leaving the store, then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna get it, And I got it, and I love it. I watched the movie several times. I don't know how it happened. And it's amazing. It's about getting to know yourself, about traveling, about food, about spirituality, falling in love. It's amazing book, and I really recommend if you want to just distance yourself from everything, if you want to relax and get to know yourself. Okay, now something really interesting is coming up. Robert O'Neill, the operator. This is the guy that shot Bin Laden. He's former Navy SEAL. Actually, I know a Navy SEAL. Ah, good times. Never mind. He was talking here about Bin Laden mission. He was writing here in details about that. Also, Michelle and Barack was writing about that. So it was really cool to kind of like put the puzzles together from different perspectives and get to know the story. This is my kind of book. Dynamic language that you cannot use around kids. You just dive in this book, you know. You don't think about anything else. He takes you to the war zones and you feel like you're there, you know. It's surreal, but it's a real story. So yeah, just get it, you know. That's it. And the subtle art of not giving up. Okay, how to start? Look how many bookmarks I have here. This book got me into thinking that nowadays we promote positivity, that we are saying, I hear that all the time, don't overthink stuff. Whenever there is a situation that has a potential to go south, I consider different scenarios that are not positive, and I prepare myself with what I'm gonna say, what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna react, just to be prepared. And as I talk about this with people to consult or take advice, I just hear, don't overthink, think positive, la la la. What that gives me, it's a limitation. I feel like I'm not allowed to think that I'm maybe negative. I'm a really positive person. I'm really cheerful, happy, smiley, and positive person. One time somebody told me I'm bubbly. That's funny. I think that's positive. And it's not that somebody is thinking negatively. It's about preparing yourself for potentially negative situation, because if it's positive, you don't have anything to worry about. You don't even need to think about it. You just need to prepare yourself for the bad outcome. Thinking, I cannot think negative, I'm not allowed to think about negative stuff, and this kind of limitation is also negative, I believe. I allow myself to think free, whatever I want, how I want it. And this book is kind of explaining you cannot constantly escape the negativity or the struggle in your life. You just need to learn how to deal with that, and then you're stronger. This book teaches you not to take life so seriously. I agree almost with everything that is written here. This is the way I live. But I wanna mention one more book, actually two, that I don't have with me here. Crucial Conversations. It's a really good business book that explains how to deal with people and situation when the stakes is high, how to not let your emotion take over. So it's really short, but it's full of good content. And another, David Deida, The Way of the Superior Man. I read that book 2 times already, and I know I'm gonna read it more. It's a book for men, from men, about women. And it's really good because it explains many of women way of thinking. So the man that is asking themselves why women act like this, and you will never understand women. Well, it's really well explained, not just about love life, but that was my favorite chapter, Deal with Your Woman or something like that. I was just reading that, and it allowed me to kind of get to know myself a little bit better. That's one of the best books that I ever read. Okay, I'm gonna now grab my laptop because I have the list of the books that I ordered a few days ago. So wait up, I'm just gonna grab my laptop. Okay, what do we have here? No Nonsense Management. That was freaking expensive book. Rich Dad's Cash Flow Quadrant. Mastering the Inner Game of Wealth. The Art of the Deal, Donald Trump. I heard it's interesting, so why not? The Company of One, Shoe Dog, Oversubscribed, The Journey Beyond Yourself. That's it. There is more on the list, but first I want to eat these. I feel like I'm addicted to books, I'm telling you. I recommend you reading books, especially non-fiction books. I think it's much better than television, than movies. So that will be it for now. Let me know, what do you think? Let me know if you read any of these and what do you think if you did. If you have any books that you could recommend, I would really appreciate it because it's really hard to find a good book. There's so many. So just let me know, what do you think? If you made it till the end of the video, also let me know. And if you want more like these. So that's all. Have a good day. Love y'all.